What's going on, guys? Bankrobber Games here, more Ratchet and Clank 2. Last episode when we left off, we made our way through planet Dobbo and managed to repair our ship after Mr. Fizzwidget destroyed it. And we also explored a little bit of the desert, earning some more crystals as well to get some more money. And there is also a platinum bolt up here in one of the last areas you can see we explored, hidden in the desert on top of a sand dune. So I recommend going back and watching that so you can see exactly where that is. We also explored a cave network down here that got us another gadget that we'll have to use in order to progress at a couple of points in the game, and that's the glider gadget. But yeah, I will come back at a later point and get the rest of the crystals in the desert because there is a skill point associated with it. Something to note though is that in New Game Plus the crystals do reward you with more bolts, so if you want to get the skill point but not worried about getting it in your first playthrough, I'd recommend doing it in your second playthrough. That way you can earn more bolts as you work your way towards the skill point. For this episode we're going to move on to planet Dobbo, and that'll be the testing facility area. And like I said last episode, it's quite a cool planet, this one, and we'll be able to see some giant clank as well.
Hey, see if you can find anything worth watching.
Welcome back to Behind the Hero. In yet another setback for the embattled Captain Quark, the Galactic Court ordered him to pay 6 billion bolts in damages to citizens suffering from personal hygienator syndrome. Only 2 days later, Quark was arrested trying to flee to Poketaru. The one-time hero, now full-time Zero, was placed in custody awaiting trial. But the next day it was discovered that he had escaped, flushing himself to freedom. We will return to Behind the Hero after these messages.
What a nut! I almost miss that guy sometimes. Almost.
So yeah, quite a cool planet this one. Cool opening shot, seeing all the industrial facility around us. So we walk over to the vendor. You can see there's another weapon available to us, which will be the mini rocket tube. We will get this later on, but we're not going to buy this just yet, just to make sure we have enough bolts for a bolt check we have in this level. But yeah, it's a very cool weapon. Takes a little while to upgrade it, but well worth it. All these lights as well give you quite a few bolts. There is also a way to earn quite a lot of money in this little section after we get an item that allows us to break things easily. I've mentioned a couple of times before, the box breaker. But if you spawn, you can spawn as many bolts as you want, but as long as you don't pick up, I think it's 2,000 bolts. All the bolts that are spawned have a multiplier on them, so they're worth a lot more. So you can break all these lights here and destroy the crates that were standing here and destroy these enemies here, and then you can collect the bolts, and they'll be worth a lot more than they usually are. But here is our first armor vendor, and you can see we have our first set of armor here. Quite a nice blue theming to it, but it blocks 33% of all damage. It's a little bit useful, but at this stage in the game, the majority of attacks still only do 1 or 2 health points worth of damage, so it's not the most. I wouldn't say it's a necessity to buy it at this point in the game, and a lot of the attacks are quite easy to dodge as well at this point in the game. Something to note as well, those red enemies that are very similar to the blue enemies we saw on Matar Nebula. With their helmets on, they take T-swings from your wrench, even after the wrench upgrade, so they are a little bit tougher. Another useful thing with the bouncer is you can see there it staggers enemies, so it stops them from attacking you. But we'll pick up a lot of bolts this level as well, just from the enemies. Have to make use of the dynamo again. I'll just show off the fact that these guys do take more than one swing from the wrench. You can let the tank take out these guys if you want to save some ammo. Can't quite protect yourself with the crate there from those robots. But destroying that tank spawns a swing shot target that we can use to get across there. There are quite a few enemies here, so it can be quite easy to get overwhelmed. But if you let the bouncer do the work, and take care of them for you, it's quite easy to make your way through this little section. You see we've got quite a lot more bolts now as well. If you get close to these guys, they will swing their weapon at you as a melee attack. There is a swing shot target there, but you don't need it. You can just do a running attack, long jump with the heli pack or thruster pack. I think you can still make it across with the thruster pack. But you can hear down here there's some more of these enemies. We'll just take those out of the bouncer. So they managed to, a couple of them managed to survive somehow. Just making sure to get all the bolts. This guy over here is a little bit far away from us to take on with the bouncer. There probably is a way to do it. Not quite sure why he flew off in that general direction. But similarly to before, destroying the tank spawns a swing shot target. Give you plenty of cover here to stay safe from the enemies. You might notice here there's a vent that you can see here. That's something that we'll have to worry about later on. It gives us access to a platinum bolt, but we can't access it yet because we need to wait until we unlock a weapon in the vendor. See the other side of the vent there. You can see it goes off to the side there, which will be the area that we need to access to get the platinum bolt. So across these swing shots will be our first giant Clank section. We meet quite a colourful character here as well.
Nobody, I mean nobody, gets by the mathematician.
Guess all the good names were taken.
Watch your mouth, Zero, before the mathematician subtracts your head from your shoulders.
Sir, as a fellow number cruncher, could I please ask what this is all about?
That moon's where we divide losers from winners before adding them to the Megacorp games. There's a challenger up there ready to reduce you to nothing.
This technology looks familiar. Perhaps I could...
Sweet. Think you can get us to that moon? Hey! Remember us?
So here we're going to be fighting the Thugs for Less leader again. And there's actually a couple of skill points we can get on this moon. You can see we've got plenty of attacks there. We can fire missiles with the circle button. We can throw punches with the square button. There's also a super bomb attack. You can see underneath our health bar there's the two sort of circle symbols. That tells you how many bombs you have. And then obviously you can jump and strafe like normal. But there's a couple of skill points that we can get on this moon. One is by destroying all the buildings, and the other one is by only using our fists, our square attacks, to defeat the boss. So we're going to be going for both of those, but there is a way to make the skill point associated with defeating the boss by only punching him much easier. So I'll show that off as well during this fight. So you can see you've got a 3-punch combo where you swing with your left arm, right arm, and then both arms at the same time. And that third punch in the combo pushes the boss away, which is quite annoying, makes it very difficult and quite slow to, if you're going for the skill point, to defeat him only by using your melee attacks. So what you can do is spread out your first 2 attacks and then just tap the jump button and land on top of him. And then we didn't wait long enough there, but if you wait a second then it'll reset your melee combo so you can do the first 2 attacks rather than pushing him away. If you do run out of health, the helicopters restore your health as you destroy them, and in the buildings as you destroy them you'll pick up health as well. It's also how you pick up ammo. In all the buildings you notice the missiles in the ground. The blue things are your fire bombs.
You want a piece of me? Bring it on.
So yeah, if you need any ammo or health, destroy buildings anyway. It can be useful just to take out some of the helicopters because they do a surprising amount of damage. I haven't really got any system for destroying all the buildings. Just go around and anything I see, take it down. You can also use the map by pressing in the R3 button. So it looks like we only have that row of buildings left to destroy. It might be tempting to use your other attacks while going around and destroying all the buildings, but I recommend if you're going for the skill point to not do that, just in case you do damage the boss and then you have to replay the fight, because you can come back to the moon after you destroy the boss. So you can see we got the skill point there for destroying all the buildings, But yeah, after defeating the boss, you can come back to the moon to get the other skill points if you mess up at any point. But we're just going to go for both of them in a single run.
You want a piece of me? Bring it on!
The screen turning red is just the boss using a firebomb. You see it there. He doesn't tend to have great accuracy, but you can just jump out of the way to avoid it. You can see jumping actually does a decent amount of damage as well. And at certain points, the boss will just run away and you'll get absolutely swarmed by helicopters, which is a little bit annoying. But thankfully there is that arrow at the top of the screen that tells you exactly where he is at all times.
Hurry back that goodbye.
If he hits you, he will just push you away. He doesn't do like a combo hit. So we're taking quite a lot of damage here. There's a lot of helicopters, so we'll just clear those out. He does have a habit of just shooting you and running away as well, which is quite annoying. So we got the other skill point there by defeating him only using our melee attacks. But this will give us access to our next planet as well.
Divide and conquer, huh? Hey, guess you guys were prime after all. You're going to the Megacorp Games!
Welcome to Megacorp Games, sponsored by Megacorp. Okay, Megacorp contestants, get ready to grapple with our Megacorp Gladiator team. And if you survive that, enter the Megacorp Battle Arena with our Mega Spider-Bot and our Meta-Death-defying Mega Cage match. Then open the throttle for the all-Megacorp Hoverbike race, brought to you by Team Megacorp Racing. Hostile indigenous population not owned, endorsed, sponsored, supplied, advocated, or even liked by Megacorp. Approach at your own risk. The Megacorp Games. Keep it mega.
So that's basically just another arena that we've access to, and it's another good way of earning a lot of bolts. We're just going to have a quick look at the skill point menu. So you can see Robo Rampage, turn Lunar City into a parking lot, that's destroying all the buildings. And then there's also Dukes Up, which is defeat mech with melee only. But you notice on Planet Dobbo there's another skill point here, Old School, which we're going to work towards getting next. We can jump on this taxi back to the ship. And if you're not worried about the skill point and just use all your attacks to defeat the boss, he does go down very quickly. He is quite an easy fight. If you just use your fire bombs whenever you have them, which is your triangle attack, and just use your missiles whenever you can, and then whenever he gets close, hit him. He goes down quite easily. But the next thing we're going to be doing is switching out some of our items on our quick select to clear out the next section. And this is for the skill point Old School. And in this next area we need to defeat all the enemies using only Ratchet and Clank 1 weapons. It's a lot easier for us because we got all the weapons for free because we own them in our Ratchet and Clank 1 save file. But if we head to this next area, it is quite difficult because a lot of the weapons aren't very good, and I don't know why the Visi Bomb went through him there. This is probably the most annoying section of it. We might actually die here. After this, it's much easier. So yeah, we did unfortunately die there. So I did have to resupply with ammo, but because we got right to the end, I didn't attempt, but we got right to the end, and unfortunately ran out of ammo, which is rather annoying. But at least we know where the enemies are and what to, best way to sort of take them on in the most efficient way possible. You can't do this on a planet revisit though, because less enemies spawn in this area. You have to do it your first time around the planet. You can wait till New Game Plus, so you have the mega weapons. They'll all do a lot more damage and also have a lot more ammo as well. We'll have to be careful here not to destroy any enemies with our health upgrade screen wipe effect, because I think that might ruin your attempt to get the skill point. So thankfully it just pops there. It's quite funny how the Tesla Claw was really powerful in Ratchet and Clank 1 now, Ratchet and Clank 1, but now it's really weak. What I might do is see if we can take these guys out with the Visi bomb here. Managed to clip through him again there. Quite annoying. should have enough ammo left to take on this tank.
Okay, this must be the core terminal. Let's see what we can get from it.
The power appears to be out in this entire area.
You're right. I better call a maintenance bot. Let's just follow him and fix it ourselves.
So yeah, as entertaining as that was to see me struggle defeating all the enemies using the Ratchet and Clank 1 weapons, I was actually mistaken in how you get the skill point, but we'll come back and get it later. You might notice there's a health upgrade there as well. I'll see if I can try and get that first attempt. It's probably one of the more difficult ones to get in the game, but there is also a platinum bolt that we can get in this glider section as well. So there's quite a lot to collect here. So this is where we started off in this area. You can see it's actually quite short, but we go past that. So you don't have to do it all in one attempt. There is a way you can get that health upgrades without having to fly the majority of the course that you have to do here. I can't remember exactly how you do it. But yeah, in this room there's plenty of room to turn around. So you can see you managed to get the health upgrade. It is possible as well to turn around and go to the end of the flying area in one go. But I've only done that once or twice. It's really annoying as well. If you sort of shoot up too fast, you could stall in the air and automatically crash, which is very annoying. It's probably the worst one to get, that health upgrade. But that is the end of the flying area, and the repair pot doesn't actually do anything. We have to repair it ourselves, and it's just another electrolyzer puzzle. You do have to be quite quick for that one, but once that's done, step on the teleporter.
Now, let's get the goods on that experiment. What the?
I think I see the problem.
What? Now even the computers are charging us? That's it. This galaxy blows.
So it's quite funny how we fix the problem ourselves and get charged for it.
Dr. James T. Fullbladder reporting on Megacorp experiment number 13. This update is strictly classified. If you are watching this, you're fired. Early thinking held that the specimen was entirely docile in nature. Even overt provocation failed to incite it. But the late Dr. Putrid's son observed that natural levels of monster propamase in the experiment's bloodstream were triggering some remarkable changes. Attempts at neutralizing the specimen's violent tendencies were met with limited success. Our surviving staff recommend that the experiment be destroyed immediately at Megacorp's deep space disposal facility.
The computer's log indicates that we were the first to view that recording.
So Fizzwidget must not know. We've got to warn him.
Yellow.
Mr. Fizzwidget, you're safe! Sir, brace yourself. We just saw a video of your experiment eating its handlers. I repeat, it eats its handlers.
Ah, yes. Low fat, extra foam, no sprinkles.
Mr. Fizzwidget, do you copy? Anyone handling the experiment must exercise the utmost caution.
No, decapitated. What? Oh, yes. Exercise my frontmost cushion.
Ugh.
Sir, your experts recommend that the experiment be liquidated. We will meet you at your deep space disposal facility.
Ah, yes, my cheap date proposal facsimile. It's heavily guarded, so make sure to use the password, which is, Quarktastic. Yes, toodaloo.
So yeah, that gives us another area that we can head off to. But other than that remaining skill point and the platinum bolt hiding in that sort of vented area, that is everything we can do on this planet. Next episode, we'll head over to the Megacorp Games, and we should be able to purchase some more weapons. We'll learn a lot of bolts, and we'll get another gadget. Well, we'll get a few gadgets and a couple of platinum bolts there as well, which is cool, but I'll save that for next episode. Thank you very much for watching this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it and have been enjoying the series so far, and I've been able to help you guys along with showing off everything this game has to offer. If you have enjoyed the episode and enjoyed the series so far, please like and subscribe for more. I'll catch you guys in the next episode.